Let's get started. And sorry, I'm a bit late. I was trying to log into the dashboard. It took a while, but anyways, nice to see you all guys today. Right, so we'll just start off with the rest of the topics that we did not cover in the last call. Okay. So did you guys get a chance to play around with the tool after our previous call? Did you guys set up metrics and were you able to get yourself sampled? No? Okay. No problem. Let's do it at the end today. Okay, so I know that VW has a lot of features. It's a quite powerful tool. Until you start playing around with the platform, right, you wouldn't know what it has to offer. So it's very important that you get into the platform and you see what it does. Then only you will know where all the features are and how to actually use that. So yeah, let's quickly revise what we saw in the last call. We had a look at the metric reports. We went over the URL options. Then we also had a look at the segmentation and the copilot that was available within the URLs option as well, right? And in the previous call, we had a look at the smart code setup and the event architecture. So do you guys remember what the network call was to see if the smart code is correctly installed on a website? Yeah, what was the network call, guys? Just to, when you open up a website and you want to see if the clients have added the code or not without actually having to access their account or anything, how would we figure that out? We had a look at the network calls. I hope you guys remember in the first call.
Yeah.
Yeah, Purva, do you remember what that was? Okay.
S.gif.
That's for a sampling, Aniket. S.gif is for sampling. Quite close.
It's S.gif.
Sampling, Purva. That's for sampling, not for the smart code.
J.gif?
J.php, right?
PHP, sorry.
In case you guys forget about it, I'm just gonna share like a knowledge base article with all the network calls. Okay, I'm just gonna paste that in the chat. Just bookmark it just in case you want to check anything on a website. So there's network calls for heat maps, for goals, for everything. You can just search for it in the network and you will be able to see a response if the code is correctly installed.
And what is h.gif stand for?
So that's heat maps. When you click somewhere on a website, if your clicks are captured in the heat map, then there will be a h.gif call that will go through.
Okay.
Awesome, yeah, perfect. Okay, then another quick question. Let's start with each one of you. Let's do a quick refresher before we move on to the rest of the topics. Okay. Piyush, let's start from you. Let's say you have a metric report set up and you would like to see how many people are coming to your website from Facebook on a Sunday. Is it possible to see that in metric reports?
Yes, specifically on Sunday, I don't know, but yes, from Facebook we can see it.
Got it. So where will we break this report down after you have set up a metric? Where can I see this? What feature I should use to analyze this? Like after you have set up a metric report, right? Where will I be able to go and segment this? Yeah, Fanny.
It'll be referral, the referrals.
Oh yeah, perfect. The segment will be referral, but where will I find that? After I create a metric report like we discussed, where will I find this segment?
There is a part of segments, right?
Yeah, it will be inside the reporting, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Just to let you guys know, I'm gonna share my screen just a second. So I'll open up your dashboard again. I have been using it for the last call, so Since we are using that, I'm opening up Purva's account. There we go. In the metric reports, once you have created your metrics, in the segmentation, you will find all the standard and custom segments like we discussed in the last call. So yeah, Piyush, you mentioned it was possible. You can use the referral segment like Renny also mentioned. We can just type Facebook. And now, how would I know how many people are coming to the website on a Sunday? So I specifically mentioned two conditions. One was I would like to filter out people coming via Facebook, and I also want to see only people coming on a Sunday. So what segment can I use for this?
Day of the week.
Yeah.
If you include Sunday, you can also exclude Sunday if you want. You can also go with the and or operation. That's perfectly okay. And if I want to add another condition, I only want to see people that are coming from Facebook on a Sunday evening from 4 p.m. to, let's say, 7 p.m. So I just want to see people that are coming
Hour
between this time.
This hour of the day.
Amazing. We can add another filter, which is hour of the day, and we can include our condition. So I want people that are coming after 4 p.m. or 4, 5, 6 during this hours. That's about it. So I'll open up our test account. Let me just open up a demo. Yeah, friend.
So there was this one more option that was there, which was location.
Exactly.
So if I choose location, I can choose the locations I want also, or is it something that it will give me that these are the locations from where? So is it like the source, or is it like a territorial location we're talking about? Regions.
The location is like where exactly your customers are coming from. So for example, I want to filter out everybody who is coming to your website from, let's say, England. And I can filter out people that are coming from any regions within England. Right?
Okay.
So we actually have a tie-up with a third-party tool called MapsMine, using which we are able to record our, the customers' locations from where they are coming to the website.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So some people, they only want to run the test for a specific location, or let's assume there is an instance where, majority of our employees, we are from Delhi, right? And we're an Indian company. So if I want to exclude only Delhi from a test or from any specific feature, tracking any, within any specific feature, I can just exclude only that location. So any visitor that is coming to the website from Delhi will not be tracked in your tests or in any of your campaigns.
Okay. And we can choose multiple locations.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can add any number of locations. So you can, this report is not loading, but just to show you, I'll show this in the test and then we'll move on.
Yes, and it will not be specific only to the country, or it will also go as narrow to a region also, like
I'll
Delhi.
showcase it. Yeah, yeah. City till city you can segment. For example, India. After you select country, you can select the region. Okay, you can select state from here. And then you can select your city.
Okay.
So if we want to narrow down further, you mentioned some third-party tool that would be used.
No. This location that we are using, right, guys? We get this location via MapsMind, which is our third-party tool that we use to fetch the customer's location. This location itself we get from MapsMind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if there is a customer, like our customer, who's saying that we don't want a third party, stuff process.
Yeah, he or she doesn't want, like, see, without the third-party tool, we can't deduct the location. Like let's say if someone is like, I don't really need the location, I don't want to share it with any tool, it's fine, I don't want to use the segmentation option, then he can go in the settings and actually he can restrict that. So you see the location permission, you can store the, by default it's country, region and city. If he or she does not want VW to track any location of their customers, you can just uncheck the box here.
So is it an option given to the to our customer or to the visitor?
To our customers only. Visitor ka to they don't really have a choice in this. This is only for the customers who have signed up for VW. They have an option in their account whether they want to track their visitors' location or not.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. So that's about it. And now, if you are on any of the reports, yeah, not just metrics, but any reports, वहाँ पे there's this option where I can share the report. So when you are on your metric reports, I can click on the three dots. You will have a print option where I can print this, I can save it on my end. On the other hand, you see this email option, guys. I click on this email, there'll be this live link generated. I can copy this live link and I can share this with anybody. And I'm on, I think 103 or 6 account, our official account. So you can actually access this account from, not the account, I mean the report from your end just by clicking on this shareable link. If I open it up in my incognito window, you guys can try opening it up in your incognito, it will still work. You will be able to see the reports. You will be able to, use the segmentation from your end, filter out the data. So technically, even people who do not have access to VW would still be able to see the report if you share it in form of this link. And it's a real-time link. If the conversions and visitors get updated, it will automatically update in this link as well. Just a heads up. And another interesting thing about the metric reports is you guys can open up the heat maps and session recordings of only those visitors that converted as well as did not convert. So for people that converted, I want to see why they converted. Is there any common patterns I can identify? And for people that dropped off, where exactly they dropped off. So this feature actually is very useful. A lot of clients tend to really like it because I am able to see the metric report. I am able to see the conversions. Here, people that click on a request a demo modal, we are tracking that on our VW website. And if you feel that, okay, the conversions are very less, I can directly open up the recordings of people that did not convert. Why did they not convert? Okay, are they facing any issues on the website? And for people that converted, can I identify something common so that I can implement this across other visitors and make them convert as well? Yes, ma'am.
So at the same time, like when we have these reports already, like, you mentioned like, customers really enjoy our co-pilot also understanding all of this very quickly.
Exactly.
So where will that be available? When I'm looking at these reports, like I just want to ask them that why didn't I have this much amount of conversion in like, a discount season going on or those kind of things? Will I
So,
be able to ask a diverse question?
oh yeah, you mean you want to query the AI to, figure
Yes.
out more information. Interesting feature, but that's currently in metric reports that's not available. Instead of that, what we have is we have this insights dashboard. We want to show everything in one place, okay? If you
Yes.
go here, this will give you like a quick overview of what is actually going on your website in terms of your user engagement and the friction that is happening. So we'll calculate like an experience score and we'll assign it to the website. And if let's say I feel that the conversion is very less for a particular page, I can click on get insights for a particular page and I can actually see what is happening on that page. What is my experience score? What is the frictions? I have 1% rage clicks only, but I have 18% dead clicks. Right? So the dead clicks increase, suddenly decrease, then suddenly there was an increase in the friction points. And are there any errors encountered on this page? Like there was a console error, there was an exception that was happening. And now that we saw, yeah, there are. dead clicks, where are the dead clicks happening? It will also show you the elements so that you only open up those recordings and see what is going on. So you don't even have to like sit through and watch so many sessions. You exactly know which elements your dead clicks and your errors are happening. So you can easily fix that. But to answer your original question, Frenny, like there's no option to query the AI and ask anything, right? You can do it in the heat maps and session recording. There's a way to refine the report. But in the insights dashboard and metric reports, that's not there. Probably I'll showcase the heat map and recordings AI. That's also really interesting.
And just one more question that I had from yesterday, if that's okay, or we can take that in the end.
No. You can definitely ask.
I remember that, once you had mentioned that when we were talking about that, we give this option of preferential cookies, right? Where they have three options. One is when they accept it absolutely. So all our cookies are dropped. If they partially accept and they reject all of them, right? When they reject, we don't drop. When they partially accept, there is some flickering that happens.
It could be possible.
So why does that happen?
You mean partially accept? See, all like for example,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
only want VW, I mean visitors, to become a part of my data tracking if they accept the cookies, right? So I
Yeah.
might go to a website, I might not accept the cookies for some amount of time, and then I accept the cookies later on. Correct. So if I accept the cookies after 5 minutes and you're running like an A/B test on the page, there's an instance that suddenly the experience might change for that visitor. It could lead to a small flicker. So that is an issue that can't be avoided. That's normal, right? So yeah, that's one issue about implementing VW after the cookie consent. Because see, if after some time, if you accept the cookies, obviously your experience will change, right? Like there
Right.
could be a sudden execution of the smart code leading to a flicker.
Okay. So just that, because because I could become a part of a test.
Yes, because the smart code execution will happen only after you accept the cookies.
Accept the
Because of that,
cookies,
there
yeah.
will be like that small flicker or a delay.
Okay. So it is only when I was either I did not accept it, or I previously did not accept it. Now I'm partially accepting. Is only when something like that would. Okay.
Partially, and also even if let's say you fully accept it, not just partially, like you fully accept the cookies, then also you can see that flicker.
Okay.
Partially or fully, it's the same thing. Because if you're becoming a part of the campaign and you're allowing our code to execute after a point, there is chances that flicker can happen. Just like the GTM thing, your GTM executes after the website loads and the flicker happens, right? The same thing, because the execution is late on in this case.
Okay. So that does not create any lag, right? It's just
It's just something that is anticipated. And I've recently I spoke to a client about this. They said that they added the code via the cookie consent before because of GDPR compliances, and they were facing this flicker. So they had to add it directly. Then they got all these permissions and all of that from their end, and they added it directly, and now it's completely optimized. Okay.
oh, nice.
Yeah. So it completely depends on, most of the clients I have seen have added it directly. Yeah. Some of them have actually used GTM. But yeah, some people from Europe are very careful about their GDPR compliances.
Yeah.
There are companies, US mein, so they don't care.
Yeah.
Europe, some people are very careful and cautious.
True. I just wanted to confirm that.
No problem, friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let me move back. And regarding this shareable link, right? As of now, there's no data retention for this. If you share it with someone, it will be there with them. So I think Keshav also raised it before that it could be a security issue. I'm not sure how we are planning to tackle that, just to let you know, friend. You can take it up with the security team.
Yes, noted it.
Yeah. Chalo. So just to bounce back to what we were discussing.
But this, sorry, this shareable link, doesn't it go invalid after a time, or is it still, it works?
It works. That's what I have noticed. I'm not entirely sure. I have personally checked it from my end. It has been valid even after a month. You can just confirm it once from your side also. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, because let's say someone leaves the company, right? They are using
Yeah.
it and then they still have access to the company data, which shouldn't happen. I mean, nobody would care, but still, we need to be cautious from our side.
Yes, yes.
Right. Sure. Now, I also wanted to talk about one more really cool feature that we have launched, which is the flexible sampling. Now, we spoke about sampling in the last call. Do you guys remember what sampling was? What exactly sampling does?
So we randomly assign the visitors of the website to various test versions that we've created.
Not for testing, friends. It's only
No,
for
it
insights.
was for
Yeah,
insights.
Okay.
Yeah, it was for insights and not for testing. And
correct. Right.
suppose if we are getting like 10K visitors, we could bifurcate into 5K.
Got it. So if you're getting 10K visitors every month, you can purchase a sampling quota of 5K, and only those 5K would be tracked within our insights report. Right? That's perfectly right. So sampling actually plays a very important role in getting meaningful data. So if you have like a lot of traffic, we don't want you to get overwhelmed with too much information. At the same time, you need to have meaningful reports. Right. So that's what sampling does. And our sampling is consistent. We ensure that your sampling quota gets exhausted at the last day of the month and it gets refreshed all over again the next month. So the quota will not get exhausted altogether like it can happen for testing. It's a monthly quota that is allocated. So if in the insights, if it's 1 million, then it's going to be 1 million every month. Right. So this is dynamic sampling. This is how it used to work back then. And we got a lot of feedback from the customers. See, we want to exclude certain pages from sampling. There are certain pages where a lot of visitors come, but we don't want people on those pages to be tracked. And we don't want sampling to happen from certain group of visitors, people that are coming from specific regions, or your internal traffic. You don't want them to be sampled, right? So because of this, we had launched flexible sampling. Also another use case where customers told that they want 100% of their users to be sampled. Again, very common use case. This was not possible in dynamic sampling. Dynamic sampling, VW has had its own algorithm using which we ensure that there's a consistent sampling throughout the month. But in flexible sampling, you get to control who you want to sample and how you want to sample them. Right? If you want the sampling to happen on a specific URL for a specific group of visitors, you can easily do that. Just a second. Let me go to the insights over here. Okay. I'll share my entire screen in 1 second. Purva, can I have your account ID again? I am on the test account. I don't want to tweak anything here.
So,
Yeah.
how is this different from what we were doing previously? Like, when we were deciding the location, those kind of filters. How is this different? Like, are we choosing demographics or certain products for which we want, or like, how is this different in terms
So
of category?
segmentation, Frenny, is done. Like after people are sampled, you collect your visitors in the reports, and then you go into the post segmentation and you filter out people that are coming from a specific location or from a specific URL. Now, when someone is coming to your website, VW will first ensure if he or she is sampled, only then they will be tracked in the insights. That's the concept. right?
Right.
Only if you're sampled, then we'll check the targeting conditions and see if you're eligible to become a part of any of your campaigns that you have set up in VW. So sampling is a prerequisite for insight. So if you're sampled, only then you are going to be tracked. Like if you're sampled in by VW, you will be tracked in all the features, not just in metrics. You'll also be tracked in funnels if you're running a funnel. The clicks will be tracked in the heat map for the sampled visitors. Their sessions are going to be captured in the session recordings, right? And if that visitor is coming to the website multiple times in different sessions, all their sessions will be captured in the recordings or in the other features that you are exploring.
Okay.
So that's like the basic thing. Sampling, is something that has to happen for you to be tracked. So if let's say you're not seeing any data in your metric reports, if you have set it up on your site, that means you're possibly not sampled by VW. That's why you're not tracked. But just to let you know, that's not how it works for testing. If you have set up a test, right, and if you're eligible to become a part of the test, all the visitors coming to the website will be captured within the test if they are eligible. And we're going to drop a cookie in their browser and they're going to become a part of the control or the variation. So there's no sampling in testing. And the testing quota that the client purchases is not on a monthly basis. Yeah, we show MTU, of course, but that is like an annual quota or quarterly quota. And there are chances that if there's a sudden spike in the traffic in testing, the quota can get exhausted. In sites, that's ideally it does not happen because it's monthly traffic count. Even if it's gonna get exhausted, it will get renewed the next month. Right? So that's basically how it works.
So in my metric report, if I put down 2-3 segments, then
Got
I'll
it.
get a cumulative review of it.
If you put down,
Like if I segment to if I have 2-3 segments,
okay, in the testing you're talking about,
no,
okay.
in insights.
For the metric reports, you're
Yes.
talking if you have 2-3 segments for the metric reports.
Yes.
Franny, in metric reports, there's no pre-targeting, like pre-segmentation.
Okay.
Segmentation only happens after you set it up. Like we were just exploring, we go into the reports and we, drill down the data that you can do. Pre-targeting is available in, of course, funnels, surveys, forms, but in metric reports, it's not there. So this situations that I was talking about, like you only want to track a specific URL or visitor group, this is for sampling. So you only want certain groups of visitors to be sampled by VW, you can do that. And only those sampled visitors are going to be tracked in these features that we just spoke about.
Okay.
So
Just
that
want to understand difference.
no worries at all. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. Just a second, Purva, I'll open up your account. Because I'm on the official VW account, I just opened it up to show you the data. I don't want to make any changes here. I was on 103. So if you guys have the Jesus access, you can also play around with the demo account, right? And you can see how the reports look like. So in the accounts, you will find the insights settings here. By default, guys, can you see it's dynamic sampling? Now you get a chance to change this. Now from dynamic sampling, I want to change it to 100% sampling. Purva, there's no data in your account, right? So I'll just tweak it. So 100% sampling. Now this means every single visitor coming to Purva's website is going to be sampled by VW. Can you guys think of any downside of 100% sampling? What can happen if I change it to 100% sampling?
Won't be able to gather specific granular insights you're looking out for.
As in Purva,
Otherwise,
granular insights as in?
like how we can have, like you cannot have predefined conditions which will help you give those insights you're looking out for, like someone who logged in
That actually
during the Christmas season.
No, that will not be impacted because what you're doing in dynamic sampling, you're going to track the exact same thing in the 100% sampling as well. So in terms of data tracking, there is not going to be any difference. We are still going to capture everything. But other than that, what could go wrong if I switch from dynamic to 100%? Anything you guys can think of?
Quota will be exhausted very soon.
Perfect, Aniket. Exactly. So if you are going with 100%, let's say if you know the 100% traffic, your quota, you get that level of visitors in the first week itself. Maybe if your quota is 10,000 visitors and you're getting around 25,000 visitors every month. In the first week itself, if you reach 10,000 because you want to sample everyone, obviously your insights quota is going to get exhausted. So that's one downside of 100% sampling. This approach ensures that no data is overlooked and it provides deeper understanding of user behavior. Apart from that, we can set up custom sampling rate based on, let's say I only want 50% of my traffic to be dragged or 30% of my traffic. I can add that accordingly. I can also configure sampling on a specific page. I can include or exclude URLs. So VW's website, guys, a lot of people actually go to our knowledge base articles, helped us vw.com, right? So maybe we get a lot of if you go into our official account and look at the session recording, there are a lot of recordings of people that go to the knowledge base articles. And let's say maybe in future, if we want to exclude people from our help desk section, like people that are going to our help section, because we really don't want people to be sampled, because people who are looking at the documentation, maybe they are our internal customers. For that reason, if I want to exclude those visitors, I can just go to the custom sampling and I can exclude the URL from here, right? I can include and exclude pages from this section. You can exclude specific group of visitors from the sampling also. So there are different ways to customize or tweak your sampling, and that's called the flexible sampling. I'm going to share this article with you. What is dynamic sampling? What's 100% sampling? Right? So just have a look at it, guys, whenever you find it. And it's a recently launched feature only. Let me toggle to the funnel reports now. So metrics will help you track a single event, right? Like people that visit a page, people that sign up, people that make a purchase. But if you would like to track the entire customer journey, maybe if you are having, you are having an e-commerce website, and I would like to track out of the people that visit the homepage, how many of them go to your collection pages and then to the product page, checkout, and then the purchase, right? And I can't really track everything in one step. I'll have to create a customizable, user journey, and you can use funnels to create this. Funnel helps you comprehend the entire customer journey. Our old funnel dashboard was very, predefined. You'll have to create goals and add it one by one within the funnel. But right now, the new funnel report is much more flexible. There are a lot of things you can track. You can, use events to create funnels from here directly. At the same time, the metrics that you have set up, you can also utilize that within a funnel. So I'm going to click on create a new funnel. You can click on add steps, and all the events and metrics that you have, guys, can you see it automatically shows up, and you can use this to set up a funnel. Let's take an example of our website. Let's say in the first step, I would like to track people that come to vw.com page visit. I'm tracking a simple page visit. I'll rename this step as homepage visits. The next one is, let's say we want to track out of the people that come to the homepage, how many of them go to our pricing page. So this is going to be pricing page visit. And what else do you guys think we can track? What could be our next journey? I'm not sure. You guys let me know, because I'm also exploring the pricing page now only. And we track people that click on explore for free, or request a demo will be better, right? So what can we
Product
say?
page.
Product page from here? Where's the product page? Huh? Like,
Uh,
this. Which page?
It's in capabilities, right?
Sorry?
It's in capabilities.
Oh, capabilities. Okay. People going to the product pages.
Mhm.
All right. We can just track people that visit the product page from here. You can enter all the products one by one URL, or you can use the URL options. And from the product page, people that request for a free demo. Let's track clicks on get a demo button. For a change, I'm going to track clicks instead. And you guys know that we can track clicks using different options like select a path, HTML ID, even text-based, tracking is possible. That's about it. Get a demo. And I'm going to click on create. There has to be a minimum of 2 steps in a funnel, and the steps that you need to add should be in the right sequence because I need to convert for this in a sequential order, one after the other. If I skip any goal in between or metric in between, event, whatever you're tracking, I will not be captured throughout the funnel. Let's say I go to the homepage and then I go to the pricing, but I don't visit the product. Instead, I directly click on get a demo. I will not be tracked in the entire funnel. My conversions will only be till the second step. And even if you mess up the sequence of the funnel, like I add the getter demo before the product page, then again, the data would not be correct. It should be in the right sequence because the visitors have to convert for this in a sequential order, one after the other. So if you mess up the sequence of the goals, the entire data would be messed up. That's just it. Once I click on start tracking, you will be able to see the data and the reports, guys. You'll be able to see out of the people that convert for the step 1. Let's say 1,000 people land on the homepage. Out of that, 700 of them go to the pricing. From there, 200 go to the product page. And finally, 100 of them sign up for a demo. So you can see the conversion and drop off between each step. And we can open up the heat maps and session recordings of only those visitors that dropped off, and we will be able to see where exactly they dropped off. So we have segmentation, date range filters. All of this is similar to the metric reports.
So Neha, suppose we have a funnel who is uh, so I want to make sure how many people are purchasing the product, right? From he's going to the home page and the product page. So he goes to the home page, he goes to the product page, and again he hovers somewhere else, but that is not mentioned in the this thing. This step. But
Yeah,
then eventually he gets the product. So in this case, it will be tracked or it won't be tracked.
it will be tracked. That's actually a very good use case, Aniket. So let's say the user goes to the homepage pricing. He does not directly go to the product page. He's just exploring the other pages like features and use cases. Then after that, he goes to the product page and finally goes to the demo, signs up for a demo. He will still be tracked.
Okay.
So as long as the user performs that action, he or she will be captured in the funnel.
It's just that all the he should go to all the pages mentioned in the
Correct. He has to convert for it. Eventually, he should. Even if he he goes away for some time and then comes back in another session also, he will still be tracked in the funnel.
And do we have any chat for that?
Time, Aniket?
Yeah, do we have any
A
particular?
cookie is there in the browser.
Okay.
And also based on the plan also, let's say data retention we spoke about. In the growth plan, it's 30 days, pro 60, and enterprise, it's 90 days, right? That also is there. Because if, let's say, your data retention is only 30 days, after the 30 days, your previous data will be flushed and your data collection will start all over again. Yeah, Papa.
I had a similar question, but in lines of me seeing a product on a social media page,
Okay.
and I see the product and it lands me directly to the pricing page. Will I be tracked in the funnel analysis, or do the marketers create a separate funnel for this? For
No, no.
someone who's landing from a social media page to the
Overall,
websites, is
like
this a
yeah.
use case you come across?
No, I let me understand this better. Let's say you're coming from a social media website and then you're directly landing on the pricing page. You don't go to the home page.
Yeah.
That will not be tracked, Purva, because you have to land on the homepage and then go to the pricing. If that step is there in the funnel, eventually you will have to convert for the step. If you go to the pricing and then go to the homepage, you will not be tracked in the second step. Again, it will become like you will have to go to the homepage, pricing, product. So it has to be sequential one, and then you will have to convert for every single step in the funnel. It doesn't matter when you convert for it, but you have to eventually.
Okay, so generally in these cases, are different funnels created for use cases like this?
You'll have to create a separate funnel, pricing, product, and the final step.
And how long is the validity of these funnel reports which we create? Do
Valid.
we restrict? Do we restrict the reports to be created and be made available only for 30 days, 45 days from
Yeah.
BWO's side?
See the data in the metrics and funnel reports as well as the heat maps and recordings
30 days.
are going to be there for
Okay.
data retention. Not 30 exactly, but it depends on the plan the customer has purchased. Maximum is the enterprise, which is 90 days.
Okay.
It's there in this now that we are on the VW website. In the pricing itself, there is going to be all these details. Yeah. Growth, Chrome, how many days we store the data, all of that will be available here. What are the features we offer in each of the plans?
Okay, now we'll look at it.
Yeah, sure.
So, Neha, what about if someone, suppose there are a lot of sponsored pages, right? So, what if it directly takes the user to the product page and the home page is eventually missed, but then he buys the product? So, in that case, it won't track, right?
No, you have to go to the homepage and then go to the product and all of that. Then you can create a separate funnel, and you can skip the homepage if you feel that it's not necessary. Why bother adding it to the funnel, right? We can just skip that step.
Like we can add a condition or we can create another funnel for that.
So if you want to have the homepage, you'll have to create another funnel for that because funnels are always sequential after the other. Okay. All right. Yeah. So one last feature that I would like to talk about is the heat maps in this call. Now, heat maps, like we discussed in the start, this is a tool which will help you see like a visual representation of the clicks that is happening on your website, the behavior in terms of the clicks. And we record the clicks on all the pages of the site where you have the smart code installed. I don't think there are any clicks on Purva's website. So let me open up our website and see the click behavior over there. So you go to the heat map dashboard. You just have to enter the URL of the page where you would like to open up the heat map. You can also open up the heat map for a specific traffic or for a certain date range. If you want to open up the heat map of a specific test campaign, you can do that. And I'm going to click on view heat map here. Let the heat map open up in a new tab. It will open up like an overlay over the website. Let's wait for this to load. There we go. The red areas are the areas with the most interaction. The light green ones are the ones with the least interaction. So heat map report will tell you where the engagement happens on your website. Now over here, can you see there are around 1,906 clicks on the home page. Now instead of seeing like this representation, I want to see the exact number of clicks on each of the elements. So from the heat map, you can toggle to the next feature, which is the click map. Now, when I hover my cursor, click map will tell you the exact number of clicks that have happened on each of these elements. So the highest, the headline has around 97%, 97 clicks, 5% of the total clicks. The subtext has around 86 clicks, 37 here. Dashboard has around 446 clicks, 25, right? And just hover your cursor and you will be able to see the clicks. Yes, Freddy.
So, just a very basic question. So then, our heat maps will not be affected by if there are tests going on. This
No,
is just for the control.
yeah, this is for the control. You are exactly right. For the test also, we can open up the heat map separately for the control as well as the variation. Like you see the
Okay.
test campaign filter. If I want to see the data for the control or the variant, I can open it up from here. But by default, if you just open up the heat map, this is just going to show you the clicks on the normal page of your website. Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
Sure. Yeah, Pooja.
By any which way, do we also end up tracking where are the maximum users, from which region are they clicking the most from, especially on the days you're running any sales
Or like you
or
mean
any use case?
segments? Like I would like to filter out
Region-wise,
the
clicks region-wise, city-wise,
got
state-wise, especially during the times when we are running any special offers.
Got it. No, we have filters. There are different ways of doing that. Like exactly your use case, there's no way to like segment it, but there are different ways to understand this better. Okay. Like for example, I want to see how many people that click on the heat map happen to be from India. I'll manually have to filter this out and I'll have to check for the clicks. Out of 1,900 clicks, let's see on VW how many Indians are clicking. So you see, these are the clicks that have happened for people that are coming from India. And if you want to filter out and play around with other segments, you can. Okay. Let me reset this. Other than that, we have something called the zonal maps. Right? Zonal maps is a newly launched feature that will tell you the clicks happening on your website in terms of zones. So it will show you the high engagement as well as the low engagement zones. Okay. So the highest clicks have happened on our navigation, followed by headline. Headline is static. If I click on it, nothing's going to happen, but people still click on all of this. So maybe in future, we can try to make it a link or something. It might increase our overall conversion rate. So zonal maps will show you the zones in terms of the click distribution, or if you want to just see the click rate, you can. In terms of the click count, you can see these engagement zones. Just a second. And one more interesting thing about the zone, this is for the click rate, and then this click count also, how many clicks happened on each of these zones. Now this metrics, can you see metrics in zonal map? What do you guys think this means? Why are there metrics in zonal maps? There are a lot of metrics set up on our account, guys, to track purchases, time spent, right? People that visit our demo page, pricing page. But what does that have to do anything with the click rate, or why do we showcase that within the zonal maps? Any idea, anyone? You can just make like a random guess.
Just to make sure which part of the page is getting like the lot of traction or basically that.
But in terms of metrics, like what does metrics have to do anything with the interaction?
Metric is giving us quantitative data, right? So eventually it will help us to know how many clicks are being there on the like first part of the page or maybe the second part. So
Got it.
that might help us to maybe add in another CT or something.
So you mean to say, Aniket, the metrics in zonal map will help us know the people that have clicked, are they eventually converting for these metrics?
Yeah.
Correct. That's exactly what the metrics in the zonal maps will tell you. So people that are engaging with these zones, is that leading to that metric or conversion in future? So I selected pricing page. People that have converted for the pricing page or went to the pricing page, 28% of them have clicked over here, and 35% of them have clicked over here. So it will tell you clicks on a specific zone is leading to a specific conversion or metric for us, right? So it will help us optimize or structure the website in terms of driving more metrics or getting the conversions accordingly. So you'll have to set up metrics beforehand, and then you can use that within the zonal maps. It's a very interesting feature, guys. Then we have click area. If I want to compare how the engagement happens between different sections of my website, I would like to see if the left-hand side of the site is more engaging or whether I get more clicks on the right-hand side. I can create areas like this. So the left-hand side has around 177 clicks, whereas the right-hand side has around 170 clicks. So if I want to add a new button or an element, I know which side is more engaging. So I can create click areas this way, just to compare the engagement between different sections. Scroll map will tell us how deep our visitors scroll. So up to this point, there's 3,900 views. But can you see when I scroll down, it greatly reduces. Not a lot of people tend to make it till the bottom of the page. Right? So scroll map will tell you what is the ideal length of your web page. Element list will show you the clicks happening on different elements in descending order fashion. The highest clicks are on this element, followed by the pricing, followed by this headline, the dashboard link, and so on. I can also toggle to hidden elements. Like, you know what hidden elements are, right, guys? The drop downs, the pop-ups that are not visible here on this page. These are hidden elements. It will also show us the clicks there. Element list is only available on the highest enterprise plan. It's not there for the lowest growth and the pro plan. Friction map. Dead error and rage clicks. Over here, I can directly filter out the dead error and rage clicks. So you guys remember what a dead click and rage clicks and error clicks were, right? We discussed this in the last call, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing. So I can just see where these clicks are happening. That's basically what the friction means. Now the clicks that I'm seeing, this is only for desktop. I can toggle between mobile and tablet to accordingly see the heat map, scroll map, click map for different devices. I can open up the heat map for a specific test campaign like we discussed, or I can compare different options of the heat map directly within the same view itself. So I would like to open up the heat map for a specific location and click map for a specific traffic. Like I want to open up the click map for people that are coming from social traffic in the same view. So I can use this compare feature. This is a recently launched feature. It will give us a nice comparison or breakup of both the heat map as well as the click map that I selected right now within the same view itself. So it will be easier for the clients to compare different sections and see what is happening simultaneously. Like we just discussed, there's this feature when I can open up the heat map for different test campaigns. So if I want to have control and variation in the same screen itself, I can. This is the click map and this is the heat map. Right? So you easily compare it in the same view. You can have synchronous scrolling where you scroll both the views in the same screen itself. Or if you want to turn it off, you can toggle it off as well. And one last feature, guys, that I would like to showcase is the Copilot. One of the really used feature, and I feel clients find this super interesting. Just by looking at the heat maps, I might tend to miss out on a lot of information. I might, not have time to go over the, clicks on each and every element, and I wouldn't even know what it means if I'm new to CRO. I don't know what insights to draw from this. Because insights, initially, it used to only be an insights tool. We wanted customers to actually draw insights from what they are looking at. This has to add value or show them what they can do next, right? So that is exactly what the Copilot is going to help you with. I'm just going to click on the AI Copilot that is available here. It is going to take its own sweet time. It's going to analyze the page and it's going to tell you the positives that are happening on the site. This is working really well for you. You have a good, background, or you have a good uh, headline. Everything looks fine, and it will also highlight some negatives on the website and the areas of improvement that you can focus on. There are a lot of dead clicks here. Try to optimize this, right? Or a lot of people are clicking on your login link. That means you're getting a lot of returning customers. What is exactly happening on your site? It might give you a good summary of that information. Now let's see what it has to say about the VW website. So we have clear value propositions. We have prominent explore for free and demo request button. And the navigation includes key options like pricing and capabilities. So all of these are positives. Couple of negatives. We have lower engagement on the lower sections. Not a lot of people have scrolled till the bottom. High click rate on headlines. That means people are not immediately finding what they need. They are just clicking on the headlines, which is not a good thing. Relatively low click rate on capabilities and pricing compared to the other links that we have. So some observations, the headline, you can change it. It's telling that, the headline and the introductory paragraph get 19% of the total clicks. So people are trying to understand the initial value propositions and they are not navigating further. They are probably dropping off after clicking on it. A/B test different headlines, add more clarity to the headlines. So it will also give you optimization ideas. I can save it as a hypothesis and I can later create an A/B test out of this. Low scroll depth. So what we can do is we can A/B test the navigation, right? We can make it sticky. We can try to A/B test the pricing page layout as well. We can refine the report. Now this is an overall summary. So I really don't care about the overall summary. I just want this report to focus on the request a demo button. So I can just go like focus on the request demo. So based on this button, it is going to give us the overall comparison and the summary report. So something that I can work on with respect to the requester demo, right? A/B test the request demo placements, right? Add like a social proof, testimonials, stuff like that, so that I can increase the clicks on this button. I can download this report. It will be stored like a PDF format with all the heat map screenshots. Okay. So that's about it, guys. That's how the heat map layout works. Franny, it's real time. As soon as you click, there'll be a hedge.gif call and it will keep getting updated on the site.
Okay, got it.
That's just it. So I'll pause right here, guys. This is what I wanted to show you today. Apart from that, yeah, Purva.
Just a stupid question. The edge.gif call remains standard for mobile.
Yeah.
Just a-
For all the devices. That is standard. Not just edge.gif, the other network calls are also going to be consistent across the devices. Cool. That's about it.
Just
Yeah,
a
Fred.
just a very again, I think this could be a stupid question.
No problem.
Just to understand the differences between the click heat map that we may have for websites and those that we may generate for mobile applications, which are generally touch screens. So how do we differentiate between that?
In the desktop, it's clicks, right? In mobile, it's taps.
Tabs even. Okay.
That when you touch something, the X and Y coordinate will be captured. So in
It
concept,
was so we
yes,
can
tell me.
differentiate between sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can.
Okay.
We
So
can
in the
definitely
mobile
differentiate.
application, there is am I audible?
Yeah, Frenny, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry. So just to clarify, like on our mobile applications we use,
Yeah.
we can differentiate like sometimes. So like on a website, we are clicking on different texts and everything. But like when it's touchscreen on our mobile application, we may be just scrolling through or doing different things, but it may not be a click. So for us to consider it to be a valid click in the heat map, does it have to have some kind of action button or some kind of link only? Is it
No, no,
that way? No,
nothing
it
like that.
doesn't matter.
No. Otherwise,
Okay.
we won't be able to capture dead rage and error
Yeah.
click.
Yes.
So nothing of that sort.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, clicking on links and buttons definitely result in meaningful clicks, but there's no criteria as such.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So this is it. I'm gonna stop presenting. Okay. Any other doubts or questions, guys? All good? Great. So in the next session, we will start from the session recordings, forms, and surveys, and then we can have a look at, the PW plan if we have time. So I will stop the recording. That's about it from my end. Just a second.